Do you ever wonder how real estate agents get paid? It seems like this big mystery that nobody talks about, right? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you the ins and outs of how we get paid so that you have a better understanding of how that all works. Hi, I'm Allesen Cann. I'm a real estate agent here in beautiful San Diego, California, and I am going to tell you today the secrets of how real estate agents get paid. And before we get started, please subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell so that you get notified when I put out new content. And if this video is helpful at all, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can find it as well. Okay, let's dive in. Let's start at the very beginning because it's always a good place to start. A real estate agent has to work for a broker because all transactions go through a broker. So the number one question that I get asked is, do you work for yourself or for a company? Now, all agents have to work for a broker. They can be a broker or they have to work for a broker and then they are an agent of the broker. So examples of brokerages are Big Block Realty, my brokerage, Compass, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Keller Williams, EXP, all of those are brokerages. And in each office, or at least in each market, there will be one human who is their broker of record. And technically, all transactions are going through that person. Okay, so we are just writing up the contracts, but technically, they are the ones who the transaction's going through. Okay, now, because of that, we have to pay the broker, because they're taking on a ton of risk. They're also usually have a lot of back office stuff for us, whether that's marketing or transaction help, or there's a million things that all the different brokerages offer, and they are all different. So they all offer different things. Some provide signs for you, and others make you buy your own signs. Some provide lock boxes, others make you buy your own lock boxes. Some will input the listing for you, others make you do it yourself. Some have a ton of marketing tools for you, others make you do it yourself. So lots of differences in the brokerages, and therefore what they charge their agents is also different. Now, high producing agents, when they get really, really busy, they may build what's called a team. So for example, me, I am on a team right now. So we have the brokerage of Big Block Realty. My team is the Dean Aguilar Group, and then I am an agent on that team within Big Block Realty. I have to pay both Big Block Realty and my team. Now, why would I do that? Because, well, first of all, Big Block Realty has very low cost, which is great. But then my team is providing me a ton of stuff. So they're giving me leads. They're giving me a ton of training. They do a lot of help with transaction stuff. So there's just a lot there. So I have to pay them as well. So let's just do an example. Say I go talk to a seller. They're going to pay me 6% of the sales price as the fee. They're actually paying my broker that fee. So once everything's closed and the checks are sent out, this check is actually made out to my broker. My broker gets the check first. They take their cut. Then my team will take their cut. And then I will be left with what's left. Now, there could also be somebody else involved, such as a Zillow, which requires that we pay them a fee before anybody else gets their cuts. Or maybe it's a referral from another agent. So somebody in another state sent one of their clients to me and said, hey, Allesen, can you help them? I'm going to give them what's called a referral fee. And that fee will come off the top, and then everyone gets their cuts. So this is why a lot of people think that we get paid like exorbitant amounts of money. We get what's left, and then we have to pay taxes and all of our business expenses and everything else. There's not always a ton left. So just understand that. Obviously, if the price of the house is very, very high, there's probably a decent chunk left. But if it's a lower priced house, maybe not. And the way it's negotiated is that 6% that the seller has agreed to pay, half of that goes to the listing agent Half of that usually goes to the buyer's agent, or oftentimes what we see in California is maybe the listing agent gets a little bit more than the buyer's agent because the listing agent actually has to put out money to market the home. So they pay for all the marketing, videos, pictures, blah, 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 blah. And they want to be compensated for that as well as managing the transaction. So we don't get the full 6%. We get whatever half that we are on. And quite honestly, a lot of those halves have been shrinking. And that's how they get paid. So basically, the seller is paying the buyer's agent. So that's why you'll hear a lot of people say that a buyer's agent is free for the buyer. And that's kind of true because there's no money coming out of your pocket, but it's kind of wrapped up in the price of the home. That's pretty much how we get paid. Basically, the seller pays the whole fee. They split it between the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Once we get paid, we don't get paid until the transaction closes. And when that happens, the check goes to our broker. The broker takes their cut. If there's a team, the team takes their cut. If there's referrals or anything in there, they take their cut. And then we get a check of what's left. And then it's up to us, because we are self-employed, to go pay our taxes and all of our business expenses and blah, 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 blah. And no, my broker does not cover all of my business expenses. I have plenty of expenses that are not covered by them. I hope that was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions about it at all. And again, please hit the subscribe button, give this a thumbs up if it was helpful, and check out my next video.